Welcome back to Dat Game, the show where we take a look at video games and judge them by their sexy, sexy covers. I'm Shades, and it's been a while since the last review. I will admit, we've been moving office and we're trying to hide from anybody that's worth attacking us and any other dodgy customers. But now that that's sorted, let's conclude the MMO marathon. Today we're taking a look at Onigiri by Cyberstep. No. There is boobs at that. Not the rice ball. Not the Onigiri rice ball. Do I have to walk you through? Do I have to walk all of you through this every fucking time? My show, we look at tits. Okay? So don't freak out. We're not going to review a game that doesn't have tits. You can sit down. In 2014, Cyberstep released Onigiri, an MMO about swinging swords and sexy warrior girls of the land. Set in fictional Japan, though sometimes when I hear about the things that go on in Japan, I think the whole fucking country's fictional. Japan is filled with creatures created by the terrible Kamikui, who was later stopped by the goddess of the sun. 3 seals were placed to keep Kamikui at bay, but now one of the seals has been broken. So it's up to you and Oni, who must investigate the disturbance. So let's see what all the hubba-bub-bub is about with Onigiri. Man, the title screen's music is fucking bopping. I never wanted to rap to something more. This is some sick geisha beats. Heading into the character creator, we can be some sexy ladies of the land, or a fucking Hulk warrior that will eat your gym membership. Let's create a character that's sexy and practical. So I've gone with the blue hair bombshell, which I've named Rising Sun Shadette. Which, coincidentally enough, is the name of Shadette's panty line that she totally started. Not me. We're transported to a grotto for our basic training, showing off some of the graphics the game has to offer. Already, this shit looks polished as fuck. We meet up with a Daruma to learn the basics of control. Russian egg things. You know the eggs that come out of the other eggs? Though, during my sexy video game commercial episode, I found a video on one of these things and fuck, it creeped me out.
ようなら
No, fuck that! Fucking three-headed black dragon appears for us to battle, which we take with no trouble at all. Not because it's easy though, but because the controls are solid. Using the left click we can attack and the right for our skill set. Each weapon we hold and swap between can have certain movesets, so it pays to have a variety of weapons in your inventory. Pick up as much as you can in this game, as anything and everything is useful. Even if you already have the weapon, it can be grounded down to make more stronger weapons. So again, be a hoarder. Also on the right is our items of choice. Like most MMOs, everything is attached to the hotkeys for easy access during gameplay. Everything happens in real time, so make sure you're on your toes. We end up in the town where we're about to be introduced to some plot, but the login calendar hits us. Calendar. Like most MMOs, you get a login bonus. If you log in every day, you are rewarded. If you miss a day, you are shuffled back to the start. So if you want that shiny thing, then you best be logging in every day. Fuck taking care of Grandpa, that bitch can look after herself. Exploring the main town, I find, well, not the most comforting things, such as a super pumpkin man and a coin that I swear is gonna lick my butthole off if I'm not careful. Seriously, who designed this fucking thing? They should have named that the Boner Killer or the Nightmare Giver. It looks like TT hit the drugs hard in later life. Around the area are little shops you can set up, helping you to unload items and earn some coin in the process. Fuck, the landscape needs a fucking shave.
Bones, I want the tribbles, the grain, everything analyzed.
So much like MMOs we've covered, there are shops to buy extra items and events, slot machines to play, and earn some cute outfits. Meeting up with the girl we rescued earlier, Shizuma, we team up and take on some tasks, such as exploring a dungeon with a Daruma. Now fucking cut it out! Dungeons in Onigiri are cut and dry, hit enemies and advance. Though more fleshed out than Scarlet Blade, it feels like a lot more love and detail was put into this one. Don't get me wrong, there are missions where you have to kill a certain amount of enemies, but there are more story-driven elements behind it all as well. And there's also the theme, which is just fucking banging, and not all the missions are just killing enemies. The Sonic Adventure 2 style 2 music combined with the hack and slashing dungeon crawling is something you can turn off to and just enjoy. Though, if I get addicted to this game, don't expect another dat game for a while. After travelling through our first dungeon, we meet with Shizuma's bodyguard, Yoshitsune, who is also a weapon repair expert. Again, this is something you need to remember, that weapons can break down after time, so make sure you always repair and upgrade them. Also, as I said before, having a variety of weapons is a good idea, because you can swap between 4 at your leisure during combat, which makes the gameplay smooth and helps it to not make it so boring, just hitting one button and mashing. Bosses in Onigiri are huge and uninviting, and the music suits it quite well, like some sort of Japanese train heist. Now if you notice, you can have a story companion with you. Story companions also have abilities to be leveled in a friendship style tree. Using this you can gain skills and grow closer to them, but certain requirements must be met. You know, like, take them to dinner first. Don't literally go up to a girl and jam your whole fist up there. Be a gentleman. Small missions around town and such can be accepted all at once, which is something I like to do. Having a bunch going at once to level quickly, and talk to everyone as the game developers put time in to make everyone unique in style, and even in their story missions, from starstruck lovers to finding lost Daru. Stop that! I met her with another shady peep, Yang Ling, who not only showed off a body that's better than mine, bitch, but showed me the ropes of the game, including the cutest thing Onigiri has to offer, the emotes. You can express yourself with some cute poses, showing other players how you feel, much like the emotes in WoW, something I felt Cosmic Break could have benefited from, though I don't think they better do them with the armor. Now look, I don't know much about any sort of items in MMOs. I mean, look at these, where do I begin?
I know there are things that tell me what they do, but for me as a reviewer, I didn't have as much time to go over them. But it proved the game's lore and time put into it wasn't wasted.
Did you guys want any of these Zhao Shang Xin coins? I don't even think that's what they're called, but I got so many of them, I'm fucking drowning in them! Help!
Dungeons and areas change as you progress in the game, as some of the missions unlock more provinces allow you to go further. I later made it to a town where I had to tell some of the residents of an evacuation plan, which in turn helped me to advance. And not only do you have a map, but your body compass tells you where your current and submissions are, so don't fret.
My on-body compass is telling me where the ladies are. So, this sexy MMO, where does it lie? It's pleasing.
Once again, I'm sucked into games like this. I could lose weeks exploring a world I've not been a part of. Time and effort has been put into this by Cyberstep. The love for the lore of the game and the deep story. I didn't cover too much of it, as I myself have been enjoying it so much that I urge you to go play it yourself. The gameplay is smooth and the missions aren't too repetitive. And there is one hell of a fan base for it. So much for it that Cyberstep actually got an anime made for this, which came out this year, covering the game itself. The anime is fan service mixed with the game's plot, and I could easily say more thick in story than Senran Kagura's anime, and does its job well. But hey, that's a whole nother review. If you're looking for an MMO that is simple to learn and easy to pick up with basic controls, and bursting with style and plot, well, this is the one. And it will fill the void of anyone missing games such as Scarlet Blade, even though it's been moved over to a private server. Out of all the MMOs I've played this month, I may keep playing Onigiri and Cosmic Break. Also, I wanted to say bravo to Cyberstep. You guys have done a heck of a good job on this series of games, filled with quality and fan service for all my Shady peeps.
Well, that's it for this episode of Dat Game, and at long last, the end of the MMO marathon. As always, I'm Shades, and remember, you get what you paid for. Good night.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you want to keep up to date with the latest DAT goodness, click the subscribe button, and don't forget to click like on this video. Also, if you guys want to see some exclusive and uncensored DAT Game episodes, including extra content, you can support us on Patreon. And if you want to wear Dat Game, you can head on over to our store and get some sweet Shady shirts and merch. Thanks again for watching.